Hey guys, today we have the Symmetry case by Otterbox made for the iPhone 5C. Alright, there's two different options that you can get for this case to make it your own custom color. On the case currently is the Type 2. As you see from this one, it has wings and it folds right over. A little bit of heating is involved. And this is the simple Type 1. I recommend that you should still heat the corners. So before we start on our install, let's remove the graphite carbon fiber that we have on here already. This is a good way to protect the case and to change up the colors because the Symmetry for the iPhone 5C only comes in the 5C colors made by Apple. So first off, we're going to install the simple Type 1. Once you have it completely removed off the wax paper, you want to use the camera cutout as your pivot point. You want to inspect the edge of the install. As you can see that we are slightly crooked. You can lift it back up off the case, but remember, it could stretch and it may not be able to conform to the back of the case correctly after it's stretched. The Type 1 does come over the edge a tad bit. So like I said in the beginning of the video, you do want to heat the corners so it will conform around the rounded edges. Once you have finished heating the case with the skin now installed, you can now say that you've given your case a different look, and you have also gave it a little added scratch proof. Now, as a demonstration, we're going to show you how durable the skin actually is. As you can see, I've already scratched it with my fingernail, and it's not the same as it was when we first installed it. We're going to continue to lift it up and add some bends and crinkles in the skin. Now we're going to unfold from the wrinkles and we're going to try to reinstall it. To fix that, just grab your hairdryer once more and add a little heat. As you can see, the material has gotten soft and all the wrinkles have almost completely disappeared. And now that it has its basic shape as you just peeled it off the wax paper, we're going to reapply it. Now, even though it is reinstalled, we're going to heat the whole back again of the Type 1 skin, just so that it will stick and that the adhesive will activate to make for a longer lasting skin on the back of your case. And with closer inspection, you can even see that the fingernail marks have disappeared as well. Alright guys, now it's part 2 with the Type 2. To install this skin, you want to, like the first one, you want to completely remove it off the wax paper and start to align it as you did if you had the Type 1. You want to use the camera eye cutout as your pivot point and make sure the top and bottom, which are the only areas that are exposed, as your guides to see if it is flush against the sides. You can also use the wings on the bottom of the skin as other indicators to see if your install is being applied straight and flush. Okay, I am now pleased with the install. As you can see on the bottom, the 2 points, that they were both even and symmetrical around the bottom of the case for the openings of the speaker and plug. Now with the sides, you just want to lightly bend them just to start to give them the form. Alright, the sides are down, and then there's going to be 2 small wings on the bottom. As you see here, you want to heat those exposed wings first. As you can see, the material is getting soft, and it's becoming very flexible for it to be contoured around that rounded edge. Now, even though it does have the form of that corner, you still want to reheat it just to make sure that it is formed correctly and that there's no wrinkles and that it is flush with no air bubbles or any other defects that might have happened during your install process. And now that we have one of the bottom flaps done, we're going to continue with the opposite side. You want to lightly heat it so it can start to gain that curved edge. And then once you have it started, you want to reheat it again as we did with the other side. Alright, now that the bottom is installed, we're going to go towards the top. Before heating, you want to press down the area around the lock button. The bottom was installed straight, but as you can see that the top is a little off aligned. You can relift that area and position it correctly around the lock button. Now that we've fixed the positioning of that area, we can start our heating process for these upper flaps. Once you get the material slightly soft, you can start to press it down to form the edge like we did on the bottom. And now that we have the base form, you can reheat it to make it a perfect install on this corner. And there you go. We're 3/4 of the way done so far. Now it's for the final flap. Remember, heat it until it gets slightly soft and start to form the corner. And now there's only one more part. We reheat this edge. And then you end up with the finished product of a black carbon fiber symmetry case with a blue border around it. Alright guys, this is the Otterbox Symmetry case for the iPhone 5C. Thanks for watching, and until next time.